So this video has been brought to you by Skillshare. Make sure to stick to the end of the video to find out how to get 2 months free of premium membership. Flash games!
Animated.
So, growing up with the internet in the early 2000s was an experience. But the peak of that experience, at least for me, was definitely Newgrounds. Alright, so for all the Zoomers out there filming their 8th TikTok video, before YouTube, Newgrounds was the best place to be for online content, and for the most part, still kinda is. They have movies, artwork, music, and the main subject for today, Flash games. And with most browsers dropping support of Flash later this year, and the whole Flash game genre getting killed off by mobile games, I think now's the best time to go back and revisit some childhood favorites. Dad and Me was a Flash game by Dan Paladin and Tom Fulp, 2 Newgrounds OGs that would later form the Behemoth and go on to make Castle Crashers. The game itself is a side-scrolling beat-em-up where you really just beat them up. You play as a kid, I guess, absolutely destroying other kids on your way to meet your dad in the bad part of town. I was around 8 years old when this first dropped on the front page of Newgrounds, and everything about it just blew my soft little boy mind. The characters, the goofy music, the satisfying yet simple combos you could pull off. Now, the game itself isn't super long, but goddamn is it hard. I swear to God, Ronald, if you hit me one more time, I will end you! The goal of the game is to clear each screen of all the kids, and then maybe fight a boss or 2. There's objects you can pick up, kids you can pick up, and a rage meter that builds up after each successful combo. Once it's filled, you gain increased movement speed, and you can pull off combos easier. Huh, just like as advertised on the bottle. At the time, Dad and Me was perfect for short sessions in between study island quizzes, and you know what? It definitely still holds up today. But that still leaves one question. Nobody's asking any questions. Who's the dad in Dad and Me? No one's asking that. So actually, prior to this game, the character of Dad was featured in his own game, called Chainsaw the Children, where, just take a wild guess what you do in the game. Oh, did you say Chainsaw the Children? Who would have thought? Now, gameplay-wise, it's nothing too crazy, but still, like, really fun for some reason. I don't know, is it cool to like child murder? The game revolves around you, as the dad, just chasing down all these random kids on this deserted island. As long as your chainsaw has gas, you can cut them down, juggle them, and if you run out of gas, you can cut down a tree, and then wow, look at that, more gas. You know what, honestly, Chainsaw the Children is a pretty solid time waster, and I really hope Tom and Dan decide to revisit this character someday. Of all the Newgrounds Flash games, this one's arguably the most iconic. Alien Hominid is a 2D run-and-gun developed by Tom and Dan 3 years before Dad and Me. The game ended up being a huge hit on Newgrounds and was eventually developed as a console title for literally everything. You got GameCube, PS2, Xbox, Game Boy Advance, Xbox 360. Really, at this point, I'm just waiting for them to port it to Samsung smart fridges. You play as the alien hominid, taking out FBI agents after crash landing on Earth. Gameplay-wise, there's a lot going on here. You can shoot in 4 directions, slice up agents, upgrade your gun, and do this really satisfying bite thing. But just like Dad and Me, this game is hard. It's so hard. Everything kills you in one hit, and boss fights are brutal. Even as a kid, it took me forever just to make it to the first boss fight, and I still can't get past it. Now, the console versions have more levels and bosses, but the Flash game is still worth playing if you're looking for something to drown out the sounds of your parents arguing every night. And with Alien Hominid Invasion just recently announced, I think this is the perfect time to go back to the series' roots. Now, this is a game, I'll admit, I probably spent way too much time on as a kid. Newgrounds Rumble was a celebration of everything Newgrounds. It was this awesome crossover fighting game featuring some of the website's most iconic characters. You had Pico, Alloy, Alien Hominid, hell, they even added the Tankmen. The freaking Tankmen from the logo. That's like if Sakurai just decided, hey, you know what Fighters Pass DLC 2 needs? The pregnant dog from the HAL Lab logo. There was a campaign mode, unlockable characters, and it even saved your progress. I swear, it honestly didn't even feel like a Flash game. Now, gameplay-wise, it's a lot like that other game with all the other franchises. PlayStation All-Stars. There are items you could pick up, stage hazards, and getting off the stage is socially unacceptable. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. I have fond memories of playing this game all the time at sleepovers, parties, and even in my middle school's library. And that was all just last week. And you know, going back and playing Newgrounds Rumble and all these other games really got me thinking about how this was such a different time. It was like the Wild West of online creativity, people just making stuff not for clout or for views, but just because they could. And with Flash losing support from most browsers at the end of the year, it's cool to see Newgrounds make the effort to preserve all these games for younger generations to enjoy, just like I did. And you know what? That's pretty damn cool. Now, can someone please let me out of this jail cell now? I just stabbed someone and the corpse is getting a little more ripe. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes for you to explore new skills and passions. And given the current state of society, what better way to use your time than by learning something new? Personally, I've always been interested in stepping up my visual storytelling. Getting a narrative across visuals is a huge part about making videos. So I've been looking into the art of the story, creating visual narratives with Debbie Millman. So far, I'm loving how easy to understand and accessible the class is. And while it leans more towards traditional pieces of art, I find that a lot of these skills can be applied to a lot of different mediums, including online video making. At less than $10 a month and no ads, Skillshare is probably the best way for you to pick up a new skill while we wait out for this pandemic to be over. In fact, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 2-month free trial of premium membership, so you can explore your creativity. And that's all I got, but before I go, I just want to do a quick merch plug. We actually released these new fanny packs based on the last video that say Eat Balut. They're really cool. If you guys want to consider supporting the channel, maybe pick one up. Also, huge thank you to all my patrons, especially Savan22, Kurt Ritchie, and Pantsless Pajamas. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you all next time, hopefully soon. Oh man, I'm gonna go take a nap.